Hey guys, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with a video this afternoon. So earlier today, we saw the official word that Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets will be parting ways from the team itself, something that has been reported that was going to happen, but we got the official word from the New York Jets today. The reports are that he will likely be a June 1 cut, which means this is how the cap is going to go the next couple of years. It'll be $14 million in dead money this year and then $35 million next year. Now, they could have just wiped the slate completely clean and did $49 million this year and be done with it, but it's not a huge deal. Would my preference just be to get it all over with? Yes, but we're talking like marginal differences because the Jets still have a ton of cap room in 2026 by making this move. And also on top of that, the cap is expected to go up significantly once again, as it does year over year. So while that $35 million is not ideal, I'm not going to pretend that it is. It's not catastrophic. And when you consider that the Jets will likely have a quarterback on their rookie contract by that point, you could eat the dead money for a year. Again, is it perfect? No, that's not the most ideal situation, but it's not anything to lose sleep over. Here's the statement from the coach and the GM. Last week, we met with Aaron and shared that our intention was to move in a different direction at quarterback. It was important to have this discussion now to provide clarity and enable each of us to the proper time to plan for our respective futures. We want to thank him for the leadership, passion, and dedication he brought to the organization and wish him success moving forward. Woody Johnson also chimed in saying, I personally want to thank Aaron for his time at the New York Jets. His arrival in 2023 was met with unbridled excitement, and I will forever be grateful that he chose to join us to continue his Hall of Fame career. From day one, he embodied all that it meant to be a New York Jet, embraced our fans, and immersed himself in our city. That is what I remember most when I look back at his time here. He will always be welcome, and I wish him only the best in whatever he chooses to do next. Classy statement on both fronts. Good job, Woody Johnson. Good job, Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn. I totally get it. And from Woody's side, I think his statement actually summed it up perfectly. When Aaron Rodgers did arrive in 2023, there was unbelievable excitement. The Jets were coming off of a weird season in 2022. They started 7-4 and then would end up closing their season 7-10. And to many, it felt like they were being held back by quarterback play. They brought in Aaron Rodgers, and as we well know, only 4 plays into his New York Jets tenure, he suffers an Achilles injury and is out for the remainder of the season. So that was kind of just all one big tease. And I think that's, whether we like to admit it or not, really when the dream came to a complete end. Because yes, he returned in 2024, but he didn't look the same as he did previous to his injuries. And as discussed, he wasn't horrible. He wasn't amazing. He was okay for the New York Jets in 2024. He suffered a couple more injuries, both knees, and a hamstring injury he played through in the beginning of the season. Got hurt in the Denver game and Minnesota game, and credit to him for trying to play through it. Unfortunately, it probably ended up costing the Jets a little bit, but for the positive side on Rodgers, and it's hard to find the silver linings on a day like today, is he did embrace the city and he did want things to work with the New York Jets. And it's a shame that it didn't. It really is. I don't blame the Jets for taking the swing on Aaron Rodgers in 2023. I thought it was the right thing to do at the time. Unfortunately, he pops his Achilles in the first game and it didn't work out. And rather than, doubling or tripling down on their decision, they decide to cut ties, move on. And from there, it's going to be Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji leading the show and trying to find their next quarterback. And I wish them all the success in the world at trying to find that next quarterback. It's not an easy thing. As discussed all week, I think it is going to be some sort of veteran who comes in here relatively cheap to compete with Tyrod Taylor. Maybe they add a quarterback in the mid rounds. I would be stunned if they took one in the first round or traded up, but you never know. We still have a long way to go before the NFL draft. So keep it here for all things New York Jets. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.